Oh, good day, ladies and gentlemen, and it is almost 2016. Yeah, it's time to do more Doom, because that's all any of you guys like to watch. I put up an awesome political video, and everybody just wants me to review Fallout 4 and things of that nature. If I want to do that, I'd do it. So I wanted to talk and wax political, but we're not here to wax political today. No, instead we're here to play Doom, as this is the Christmas Eve EveDOOMathon. Wait, no, it's the New Year's Eve EveDOOMathon. Oh shit, I made a mistake. I need to edit that out. Not. Thought about doing a live stream, but decided against it. Problem with live streams is I really need somebody there with me to actually read off the chat, because I can't focus between both easily. It just kind of drives me half insane. So yeah, we're playing more Doom, because why not? Well, mainly because Doom is fun. A great deal of fun indeed. Yes, today we are playing Brutal Doom version 20. We're using Maps of Chaos, not Doom 1. We're using also a mod that combines a variety of graphical mods into the game. That gives you 3D voxels, so it might chug here and there. I get that without fraps, so I don't know. And I thought I was almost at ammo there for a minute. Maps of Chaos can be a little tough, because a lot more enemies, but there's also a lot more ammo. It seems like a lot of Doom mod creators really like to have pinkies. I don't know why they like the pinkies so much. Oh, it's dead. You start paying attention. But yes, we're also using something called an alternate texture pack, so it should make all the textures a lot more fancy. As you can see, we've got 3D, or is it voxels? I forget what the difference between those are, so I doesn't know. But yeah, we're going to be playing Maps of Chaos. We're going to go through all of it, actually. Not all of it, all of Shores of Hell. Because we kind of started a trend with doing that Christmas Eve EveDOOMathon. Always want to telefrag these guys. Telefrags are just so satisfying. We're actually going to run away from those guys. The texture pack is working, okay, because I thought it wasn't. As you can see, they add a few enemies in different places. Like, why is there a bear in a hell right there? It'd be nice if I had an extra grenade, but I don't. I probably should have killed those. Now they can't come in. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, 2016 is almost upon us. 2015 has been a rough year. Not just for me, but the rest of the world. But hey, we survived yet again, as I figured we all would. No asteroids impacted with the Earth, thankfully. Ooh, that guy got killed. And, well, I imagine we shall survive 2016 as well as we did this one. Yeah, we got all the high-res textures. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. Now, Maps of Chaos is good, but I think I like Doom 1 a little bit more. But, oh well, we need to have a few bits of variety. It is the spice of life. Now, of course, did finish for all my... Oh yeah, they do beam enemies in behind you. They're not respawning. This isn't nightmare mode. I'll kill these shuffle bugs, so you will move on. But anyway, for that one Patreon patron, you know who you are. You're getting Binding of Isaac done this month. Well, obviously, it's going to be the very first video of the new year. Binding of Isaac's a pretty good game, actually. It's been very hard working on that script for some reason. Not really sure why. There's nothing ever sounds good. Well, I shouldn't limit myself to five minutes, but then, well, it's kind of hard to do a longer video, but whatever. Getting it done at last. And, looks like it should turn out pretty good. It's one of those games that I cannot record the fraps, so I got to record the desktop background. I did have some footage of Binding of Isaac, although it wasn't for my review. It was more of an Opal game than mine, and she was actually going to do a review of it, but obviously never got a chance to get around to that due to obvious reasons. Still feeling a bit of depression. Well, depression isn't exactly the right word. It's an imprecise term, so to speak. Still feeling pretty sad about her. Yeah, get over it. Just a girl, blah, 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 blah. But for me, people are not simply products to be replaced. So yes, we shall have the Binding of Isaac. Eventually, I do need to play Binding of Isaac Rebirth. I'm not really sure what it does different. Probably just new graphics and new levels, which I don't really have a problem with. As you can see, it makes this, as you can see, this wad makes it a little more difficult, but it does, really, why is that, I knew he was there, but I was still surprised by that every time. Like, that's just assy, man, that's just assy. COD month will continue, will also be for January as well. Kick its crotch. And you can see we got some fancy maps here. I really do like just all the stuff that's been done with Doom. And look at that, that's just so cool. When I saw that, I didn't have a heart attack, but was quite impressed by it. I love it when mappers do stuff like this. It just goes to show you that classic Doom can definitely be updated for modern audiences. I mean, it's just awesome what Doom can... I mean, Doom is a game from 1993, and you can still do this. Honestly, Doom is one of my therapeutic games. Whenever I'm feeling more down than usual, just turn this thing on and blast some imps. I made a Facebook post about that a while back, just to show you how weird my memory works. Can't remember how to do math, but I can remember when I did a Facebook post of just, go kill demon. I remember somebody made a snarky comment. I'm sorry, I don't have a proofreader. I'm lazy about it. Go kill demon. It's not like I'm Russian. Although I did actually have a comment ask if I was Eastern European, of which I'm not. I have absolutely no Eastern European ancestry whatsoever. In fact, my ancestry is pretty straightforward. But in any event, you know, I'm not going to get into my ancestry because, well, that's boring. What was I? The 2016. What do we got in 2016? As you can see, I've gotten back to doing reviews on a regular basis, which is good. I'm going to keep doing it. Now, I don't know how good the audio is because I have to turn it down on the speakers. In fact, let's err on the side of caution and turn it down just a little bit more. We are so professional, it's amazing. I'm just not sure how loud everything is. Used to be when I had a headset before it fucking broke a long ass time ago. It's funny, as I had a headset that I'd had for years, and then literally in 2014, greatest year ever right now, it broke at last. And it was my favorite headset too. It was an awesome set of Turtle Beach headset. Awesome set of Turtle Beach headset. Yeah, am I sure I'm not Eastern European? It certainly sounds like I am. Let's see, do I have a grenade? Of course I don't have a grenade. I never have any fucking grins. Or as others would call them, nades. But whenever I shortened grenade, I always shortened it to grin because I was a fan of a book series known as Deathlands. And in Deathlands, they called grenades grins. And then when I learned of the internet and the online culture, they called them nades, I wanted to be a contrarian, as I often do. And I stuck with what I wanted to use. God damn it. Always add in the goddamn it. Much more humorous. I forgot what my subject was. Call of Duty, something like that. 2014, yeah, my Turtle Beach headset broken, and that's how I was able to get good audio equalization because I didn't have to have it coming through my speakers. And then I replaced it with a little Sony headset, which was better than you'd think, and then it broke too. Although that's mainly because I decided to use it as my running headset. Since my running headset broke in the same year. Just don't have luck with headsets, it seems. Run and grab that and just start blasting. Now this game will lag, even my computer, although my computer isn't quite what it once was. Although it's better, well no, it isn't quite what it once was before that graphics card broke. It broke this year of 2015, and had it not been for the grand fad Wizard of Oz, I would not have even this amazing of graphics card, so I'm not going to complain about it lagging. Although I'm not even sure if it's lagging because of the graphics or lagging because the actual game engine is lagging. GZ Doom has been known to do that on some occasions. And I'm also using an altered weapon sound mod as well. Doom guy should sound like the Doom 3 guy. The enemies should also sound like Doom 3 enemies as well. Because I actually like the sound effects used in that particular game. So we got all sorts of mods going on here. I do recommend just hitting up the ModDB page because there's a shitload of WADs there. There's WADs everywhere. It's hard to find good WADs, I've found. Simply because they're just in all sorts of different places. And that kind of annoys me at times. Because it's like, I want to find a good level pack, right? And I can never find one. It's like, it's either I've already played it, same way with books, either I've already read it or I don't want to read it. It's like trying to find WADs, because like the ZDoom wiki, there's a ZDoom forum, and some are there, some aren't. It's like, there's no unified Doom WAD place. There are some websites that seem like they are, but then they won't have them all. It's like, it's very hard to find exactly what you're looking for. Half the time, you know, you'll see like a Doom WAD on like, YouTube. You'll be like, where the fuck do I find that? And there'll be like a MediaFire link, and I hate downloading those, because I don't know if it's gonna be a virus or not. I don't want to deal with a fucking virus. And then it's funny how there are some duplicates, though. Because, like, for example, Doom 2 actually has 2 remakes for it. There's, Doom 2 meets ZDoom, which I found on a random forum. It's not bad. It's definitely much more complex. It's definitely along the lines of Knee Deep and ZDoom, in many respects. Then, of course, there's Ultimate Doom 2, which I found on the ZDoom wiki, I believe. Yeah, I think it was. It's good, but it does have a really annoying part, literally in the second level. And I haven't gotten that far in it, but the third level was way better, actually. Where you have to jump down into some, that green slime shit. The nukage, that's what it's called. I keep forgetting what it's called. You have to jump down into that shit to progress. And there's a shitload of pinkies down there. And I died I don't know how many times. Drove me to distraction. And it's one of those things like, yeah, I could cheat. I did cheat. I did the give all. You fucking lost soul motherfucker. Gonna try to cheat my way through the level. In fact, I still am. Hey, what's over here? I shall grab all that shit. But anyway, yeah, and I did cheat. I did the give all command. I gave all. And then, oh, I'll grab those shells over there. I did the give all command, yeah. But then it's like, it used to be like, yeah, well, I still won. No, now then it felt like the game had won. It's like, oh, I made you cheat, GeneralLotz. Fuck you. It's like, no, you're not gonna win. And I still couldn't do it. So I had to I did the give health command. Where are my shells at? Did the give health command. God damn it, fucking imp. Did the give health command, and I was able to win it that way. So it won. So the game defeated me, which annoyed me. But oh well, I mean, that's what happened. Honestly, I preferred Doom 2 meets ZDoom to Ultimate Doom 2 just because of that. Well, the only problem with Doom 2 meets ZDoom is it does work with Brutal Doom and Project... Well, it doesn't work with Project Brutality. I think I know what Project Brutality does. I think it breaks the scripts for doors opening automatically. In that, like, you don't press the key to open the... You don't press, like, the button to open the door. The door just opens by itself. I think that's what Project Brutality breaks. So I imagine there'll be an update to that at some point. Look at all the goodies. Too bad I don't actually need all of them. We will take out... Actually, I'll show one of these. I'm gonna kill these idiots here. And I will show you guys what the voxels do. This is this particular WAD, I believe, is on ModDB. But look at that. It's three-dimensional. The only time I ever saw anything like this was back in the day with Shadow Warrior. Shadow Warrior, I think, had voxels, actually. In fact, I can guarantee you it did. I remember that. I was, like, so amazed. Like, the key sticks out of the keyhole! Oh my god! Now, of course, I think Quake had already come into existence, but I don't think Quake did stuff like that. I don't remember it doing stuff like that. So it's still... Oh, come on! Give me the fucking Berserk. I don't need the Berserk pack. Oh god, I just realized. You know what the DLC is going to probably be called? The Day 1 DLC for Doom 4 is going to be called? It's going to be called the Berserk pack. I shit you not. And you know what? If they do what I'd like them to do... Shit, let's run out. Grab my shotgun. But if they do what I'd like them to do, which they won't, or maybe they will, I'd love them to do something kind of like, say, Fallout, and... Yeah, Fallout did it. Elder Scrolls didn't do that. Elder Scrolls became a box. If they did like a Doom anthology, where they had Doom 1, 2, and 3, and then 4, all in the original Berserk medkit box. That would be really cool. I would buy that. The Fallout Anthology did something kind of similar with a mini nuke, although I did not have the funds at the time to pick one up. Although I did get the Elder Scrolls Anthology, which was literally just in a box. Sort of kind of like a book-looking box, but still. Although I don't know what they could have really done. I mean, I think the box kind of fits the overall series as I look at it, because, you know, lore books and the like. But I would probably do that. I'd sell it as the Berserk pack, and dumbasses like me would continue to enable those people to rip off the consumer, as they are off to do. But I do find it interesting. Been talking with the M-Man recently. He finally got Elder Scrolls V to work on his PC. His, as I like to joke, his fuel oil powered PC, as it's very primitive, but, well, it gets the job done. The funny thing is, though, he's totally fanboying out on it, and I find that so amusing. He's Mr. Anti-Bethesda, and then once he finally used to play a modern Bethesda game, oh my god, it's the greatest ever! But then again, I never said Skyrim was bad. I never said that. I just said, you know, Bethesda could have done more work. Because really, you know, Skyrim, as I told the man, is kind of a gilded game. Like, it's supposed to be this great gaming goldenness, but it's not really. Instead, it's once you scratch the surface, you find it's tinfoil that has gold paint on it. But with mods, we'll have grenade. Yes, I do. Holy shit, I'm really hurt. Let's save, shall we? But with mods, then the game becomes pure gold. Like Interesting NPCs mod. That made my game crash even... Shit. That made my game crash even more than it normally does. Really, if you're looking for a good companion mod, like one of the best, I'd recommend the Sophia companion mod, simply because she is very well written and actually kind of takes a piss out of Skyrim a little bit, which I find to be extremely amusing, because it's like, the character is self-aware. I absolutely love it. And her overall design is very nice as well. Looks like the M-Man is literally rubbing off on me when it comes to art, because he mentioned that that there's a type of facial design that's supposed to engender feelings of caring and things of that nature, and she definitely has that design, whatever it's called. I cannot remember what it's called. But the person who made it really knew what they were doing. Like, they really actually put in probably more effort than Bethesda did. Probably to make a Sophia character, Bethesda would have to take away, you know, a couple bus ads. And we can't have that. We cannot have that. Really? I killed myself? Suicide. Anytime that ever happens, anytime there's a suicide at any game, I'm always reminded of the announcer saying suicide in Halo 3, because I was a big fan of Halo 3 back in the day. I don't even have a means to play it anymore, but I enjoyed Halo 3. Definitely, I think Halo 3 has definitely stood the test of time, even though nobody plays it anymore. I mean, Halo was a lot of fun, although I was really bad at it. I'm much better at the COD games, I hate to admit. I don't really hate to admit it, it is... You cunt! It is what it is in many respects. It's just, like, Halo is much more... Well, it was before Halo 4, and now 5. Fuck Xbox One. But Halo was much more of a skill-based game. You definitely had to be actually good at it. Whereas I think COD's easier just because of all the kill streaks and things of that nature, and Predator missiles and things of that nature. Predator missiles, I barely got any of those though, so I couldn't really say one way or the other. When I did get them, I did enjoy using them, that's for sure. But I think if you're not good at FPSs, well, an FPS multiplayer game, as you say, yeah, COD's probably a better option just because it is much more noob-friendly, I think. Although, honestly, you know, you might think, oh, GeneralLotz uses the noob tube right now. I still suck even with that, so... Honestly, the best gun I could use when I finally had it unlocked was some submachine gun that I could literally just... You trigger it just as a fucking bullet hose. That, I was... Cunt. That, I was good at. I was actually able to get some kills with that. Not many, but some. I was happy just to get one most of the time. Really, I'm never very good at multiplayer gaming at all, so... Be it first-person shooter, fighting game, anything like that. Even this game, even my beloved Doom, I suck at. But I guess it's because back in the day I never had anyone to really play with. I was the unpopular kid at school. Oh, I shall shed a tear for myself. But I think COD, gets a lot more hatred than it deserves. I mean, I think COD does COD well, honestly. But when somebody else tries to do it, it doesn't turn out quite as good as it could. Do I have any grenades? Well, I guess we'll find out. And I do! Boom! Save. Always good to save. And I actually kind of like Halo 4's multiplayer, although I, once again, didn't play it all that much. Wow, that was a lot of enemies. Didn't play it all that much, because I had moved on to PC multiplayer games. Honestly, I prefer co-op to just about anything. Mainly, even back when I got to play multiplayer games all the time, I just only play co-op. Because anybody I played with, like, for example, Mizio, who is my favorite co-op partner of all time, she was fun at co-op because she actually got the idea of co-op. I've played too many games with people who don't get it. Shit, that is a lot of enemies. That's a fuck ton of them. A metric fuck ton, as we should say. Yeah, you know, the problem with playing co-op sometimes is people play it like a single-player game, or play it like it's a competition. And when I play games, especially multiplayer games, I'm more in the mood just to bullshit about, talk, things of that nature. So I'm not really focused on winning. Even when I play multiplayer where it's like deathmatch or something, I still kind of want to relax and unwind. I don't want to have twitch reflexes. At least I don't like to, because I just don't find that all that fun. So, usually that ends up with me dying. That's why, once again, co-op is just so much more fun. Fucking pinkies. Yeah, I'm gonna die. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'll just kick until I'm dead, and I died. Okay, do I have... I got some. Machine gun rounds. Or chain gun. Or minigun. I forget which is which. There's a lot of guys in there. It'd be nice if I... Okay, we'll just use the fucking plasma. That's what it's here for. Oh, it just wrecks so much shit. It's not even funny. Now that was pretty cool, the 3D gore. Always enjoyed that as a kid. Well, that didn't actually happen as a kid. But I enjoyed seeing, like, the gore under the doors. What can I say? I was a bit morbid. I think I did like the original plasma rifle a little bit more, because this is V20. And I like the original plasma rifle. I think the game's going to start lagging out because there's just so many enemy bodies. I know I could turn on the janitor, but I don't want to. And yes, you can turn on what's called the blood janitor, and it'll clean up the bodies after 30 seconds, but I don't want to. I like having all the blood and gore on the floor. And I don't have a spoon. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but that's something my grandfather still says to this day when playing first-person shooters. So, I could not say. But I think one of my favorite co-op games of all time is still Killing Floor 1. Killing Floor 2 I have not had a chance to play, but I've definitely heard some bad things about it. People complain about microtransactions, and, you know, I'm not surprised they went the microtransaction route. I was really disappointed that Payday went microtransaction. Payday 2, I should say. Not really sure why they did. Oh yeah, what happened to that Marine guy? I guess he got killed. Let's save. We don't have to do all that again. Oh yeah, you can do rolls, I forgot. But I don't do... Don't do that, you idiot. Just gonna try to do the roll again. But I never think to do it anyway, so I don't bother trying to remember what the controls for it are. But yeah, it's not that Payday 2 went the microtransaction route. Honestly, I didn't play Payday 2 enough to really care that much about it. Payday 2 was fun enough, but still though, my favorite co-op game is still going to be Killing Floor 1. It's just perfect in every conceivable way. Probably my second favorite co-op game is going to be Left 4 Dead 2. Left 4 Dead 2 is quite good with what it does. I like co-op games that are nice and straightforward. If I could ever get Doom to work multiplayer, and I haven't been able to do it for years. For years, I haven't been able to get Doom to work multiplayer. I did them too for a little while. Many years ago I did. But now it never connects. No matter what I try to do, it doesn't work. That was a fun co-op game though. When it works. I think Modern Warfare 2 was also a fun co-op game, but that was mainly because I played that with Mizio, and also because I really only had the 360 to play multiplayer all that much. It was something that both of us had at the time. And see, that's the thing. Oh, come on. This is not ending well. It's a good thing I saved when I did. Shit, what's my fucking machine? And I'm gonna die because it's gonna have too much spin up. No, it's not! We're all focused on infighting. See what happens? United we stand, divided we fall. Okay, where's my fucking machine gun? Let's go in there and wreck everything with it. Yeah, because Modern Warfare 3's... Modern Warfare 3 also co-op. Modern Warfare 2's co-op was good, but it wasn't, like, the most amazing thing ever. They'd built on what others had done, and then they were slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now they're selling it. They're just selling it. Not exactly the best table smack, but that's the best I can do. Just try not to get shot. And failing miserably. I think I got him. Now, Modern Warfare 3 also introduced, gasp, this brand new concept, this survival mode concept that I had never seen before. I was blown away by its astounding amazingness. It wasn't just astounding, it was amazing. Save again. So, yes, they had that survival mode in it. Really, you know, the COD games just... I hate to think that's sort of the new Doom, or was the new Doom at one point. But damn if it wasn't. I don't really think it deserves that. And really, you know what's funny? I actually have a friend I talk to on a regular basis who essentially stated that COD, Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3 was still running modified Intech 3 software, and I'm thinking like, it makes sense. It looks like Intech 3, although it has a different graphics renderer, I would imagine, because the graphics don't look like Intech 3, but it does kind of play Intech 3, and if you look at the multiplayer, outside of like the kill streaks and everything, it does feel kind of like Quake 3 Arena. And so that's kind of amazing. They're still just running off the bones of an Intech game. So Doom still wins. Even if it doesn't. But I don't know. I still think it's decently fun. I had fun with it. And I definitely am going to enjoy the COD month. See, unlike with other YouTubers, I actually do like the comments that you guys... Well, the non-troll, as people would call them today, shitposts. God damn it. I do enjoy that. I do enjoy it, because you guys are pretty smart, actually. You guys are pretty squared away, which I like. So, okay, you know, let's just say fuck it and run and charge through here. Because the game is getting tougher than I'd like, mainly because I'm out of good ammo. And dead. Okay, what are we gonna do? We can't... He's gonna get in my way. I know he is, because he always does. He's next to you. The Marines aren't useless, but I hate... That's why in any game that I play, I prefer to not have partners in it. Now, like, say, something like, you know, KOTOR or something like that. That's the Republic. Or Mass Effect. Wait, your partners need to be invulnerable. God damn it. Your partners need to be invulnerable. That's what I always think. You should not be able to hit them. Because it's the same concept as like in Battletoads. You do not want to hit the second player. And you're jumping around on the screen trying to kill things. You do not want to have the issue of accidentally shooting your partner. And partner AI has never been truly amazing. It's never been truly amazing. And you know, they always run in front of you. And now I'm dead because of that fucking imp. I hate those imps. Okay, you know what? I don't want to cheat, because now unlike in the past, my feeling on cheating is actually different. I don't have a problem with cheating, but it's like the game has beaten me. And I do not want this game to defeat me. So we're gonna try not to cheat unless we like get really pissed off. That's really, I told you he'd get in the way. He always does. But see, look at that. How am I supposed to know he's gonna run straight into my shots? Always annoying when it happens. It's like, it's just so much easier. So much easier. Do I have a grenade? Yes, I do. And he's right behind. I'm so tempted to shoot that guy. You fucking asshole. I should have let you stay stuck on that stake, you fucking... Moving right along. Alright, so... Alright, you know what? Yeah, but he's not going to go in there and clear it out. He's going to just come back out here and be like, oh, what do you want to do? No, just go. Yep, there he is. Fuck you. Can't even kick you. Nope, can't do it. It's like in Fallout 3 and New Vegas and Skyrim. And, like, well, the Sophia mod, actually, going back to that, she actually can fight in combat. She actually has good AI, surprisingly enough. Like, really damn good AI and good spells. And she actually feels like a legitimate character. Well, not even almost. She does. She really does. To the point where it's like you're almost playing the game co-op. She's about as competent as a human player, which is really cool. And that's one of the first times I've ever had a companion actually play almost as good. I'd say a human player would probably do as good, or maybe a little bit better, but it doesn't feel like, damn, I would love this to be a human. She's programmed good enough to actually be... Let me put it this way. If you play it on a little harder difficulty, and you're really low level, she actually can help you survive a lot of those early encounters until you get a good weapon. And I think that is pretty damn good. Because most of the time, all they do is get in the way. I know everybody hated Lydia because she would get in the way. I never had a problem with that, because once I became Thana right one and I got Breeze home, literally all I would do was just leave her there. And that was it. That's all I do. Did I really run out of machine gun ammo that fast? Yep. Well, that's what happened. That's all I do. Because I didn't want her to get killed. So I was like, you know what? Just stay here. Try not to die. Fucking... Okay. Reload. Come on. Make it to the end. And why not just run through the exit? Because I want to see if there's some ammo over here. And there isn't. Some little armored shards, and that's it. What's in here? Yeah, well, it leads me back to here, so it was worth... Well, that was kind of pointless, but it was worth the time and effort to go back here, though. But yeah, I just left her ass and Breeze home, and that was it. Why another one of those guys? Why do you do this to me, developer? Well, looks like that rocket launcher came in handy. Whew. Okay, well, we made it through that one. I can't actually hear the music, but there's one of these levels that has absolutely sick guitar riff. Well, that was new. I guess when I played this recently, I didn't get this far then. So now we're actually seeing this in true Let's Play form of me not knowing what I'm doing. Oh my god! Yeah, bros. Let's have some fun. Yeah, I think I just lost my soul a little bit doing that. PewDiePie. I can't hate the guy because he's certainly successful. I don't really hate success, because is that not what we all want? Is a little bit of success? Or more than success? I'd like $1 million a year. Would I act like a complete cretin to do it? I don't know. See, that's the thing. I would never turn my channel into something like that, and no, this isn't prophetic words of me turning my channel into something PewDiePie made. God, I don't even know how I could do that. Half the time I'm worried about uploading anything. And I'll have you guys know, I do agonize over those political-based videos, but I want to say something. You know, you read so much stupidity, it's like, I have to say something. If I don't say anything, I'm giving my tacit approval. Yeah, PewDiePie. He actually got his own fucking video game, but then, that's not so amazing. I think like Yahtzee has his own game as well. I just love explosions in the morning. Yahtzee has his own video game. There's no GeneralLotz game. I thought about a GeneralLotz first-person shooter once as a joke. Where literally I get attacked by terrorists at Comic-Con and have to fight my way out. That's something that could happen, you never know. I would just have to hope that the terrorists were extremely incompetent. Well, that's news. Usually that doesn't do that. Oh, that's why I did it. Shit. Fucking cunts. Okay, let's try this for the billionth time. Yeah, this is where the game's getting kind of tough. It's getting real tough here. 328 monsters. You think that's enough? Wow, really? You think that's enough? Okay, let's just blow ourselves up. Suicide. Slayer. Slayer. Halo. How I miss thee. Although many would say that Halo has been ruined, I couldn't really tell you one way or the other. The other thing, I don't really fanboy out about multiplayer because to me it's all the same. It really is to me, because if you're bad at it, you're bad at it, and if you're as bad at it as I am, you don't really care. Oh, they made the jump slightly slower. Oh my god, like I didn't notice to begin with. Okay, let's keep trying to push. I do like. The thing is, I think Doom 1 still does a bit more than Maps of Chaos. But Maps of Chaos isn't bad. I'm definitely enjoying Maps of Chaos. Maps of Chaos also does Doom 2 as well. And honestly, I happen to like Maps of Chaos's modified Doom 2 a bit more than both Ultimate Doom 2 and Project Z. Not Project Z Doom. Doom 2 meets Z Doom. Sometimes it does a bit too much. I'm gonna die again, aren't I? Because, like, nope. There's at least one Band-Aid box and one little armor shard. Like, it looks like we literally just picked up a fucking knee pad or something. Okay, now that's going down there. Okay, let's get the rocket out, and then let's just open up with the rocket. Oh, so much fucking... Got it. Whew. Alright. All sorts of health and ammo. Give it all to me. See, that's the thing, though. Do you want Doom to be nothing but non-stop pulse-pounding action, or do you want it to be really, really tough, where you might die every couple of seconds? Honestly, that kind of... See, that's why I always like to bring up, like, okay, should a game like Doom be more of a power fantasy, or more of a game where you're constantly afraid of turning any corners? Because at that point, you're not some sort of epic space marine, you're just a guy. Because an epic space marine doesn't care when he turns a corner, because when he turns a corner, he hopes there's an enemy. If there's not an enemy, then he's bored. So that's kind of the thing that's kind of the problem I have, you know. It should be difficult, but not too difficult. Otherwise it's just not as fun, I think. And also, it doesn't make any sense if you're some sort of super deluxe space marine. If you're Duke Nukem and you fear every turn of a corner, then you're not really any better than, say, an average cop. An average pig cop. Now, of course, some will probably disagree with me on that, but honestly, it should be tough but fair. That's what I think of any game. It should be tough but fair. Dark Souls is tough but fair. Dark Souls is just fair enough to where... Why would it switch to a weapon that has no ammo in it? Why would it do that? I think the speed of the pinky should be a little less fast. I don't know what that switch did. Let's save, shall we? I think the pinky should be a little slower, I think. And I think they also need to not be able to attack. They should not be able to interrupt a mighty boot kick, because otherwise, why am I going to use the kick if it literally does? If I literally take damage while using it? I think that is probably one of the other problems with version 20, is there's just not enough health. Now, if you want like a super challenge, then okay, then this is probably something you'll like. But a challenge versus fun, that could be a podcast. I have to think about it. You heard it here. You heard it here first, folks. Challenge versus fun. Is challenge fun? Because, well, is it fun to constantly be worried about dying every time you turn a corner? Or trying to save every bullet? Now, that can be fun, but is that less fun but more satisfying? Because Dark Souls is fun, but you die so... Well, if you don't know what you're doing. Which, for all intents and purposes, when you start playing, you don't really know what you're doing. But when you first start playing, of course, if he gets killed, it's his own fault. When somebody has a fucking chain gun, you don't run right out in front of it. Yeah, well, that's a lot of dead bodies. But yeah, Dark Souls is fun once you know what you're doing, but if you don't know what you're doing, then you're not going to have that much fun with it, but you will be satisfied with what you do. At least he can't hit you, because that would just be so aggravating, it wouldn't be funny. It's kind of like with D&D, the more rules lawyerish people making you fucking cut up cows. That was an hour wasted. Or describing how you tie a rope. Now, I know some of you guys are probably like, well, how else would you do it, John? It's like, no, I want to play a game where I go and fight bandits and monsters, okay? Not where I cut up cows. I know, and that's the thing. If ever I ran an RPG campaign, I really do want to eventually run that Aliens campaign, it's going to be more about story, less about, oh, the dice said that... Yeah, and the thing is, I'll be a stickler for rules and for narrative consistency, but it's more... It should be... if you're not having fun, why are you playing the game? You know, why not fucking do your taxes or something different? Why not fucking retile your floor? Because if I'm playing a game, I'm not having fun. I'm not having fun. Now, I'm having fun now. I actually have health and some ammo. It's a real fine line you have to walk between is it fun and is it aggravating, or is it, say, just... you can have more bragging rights if it's more difficult, but are you really having fun? Is it worth all that time and effort? Because at the end of the day, all you've done is play a fucking video game, and that's it. Not gonna really putting that on the old resume, are ya? So it's hard to say. Another fucking bear in a hell. Two of them. Two of them, and they're not as easy as they are in Doom 3. I found the bears in hell a lot easier in Doom 3, before we get on. Yep, and there we go. Down we go. Brilliant. Now we're all the way back here. You know what? I think I have a rocket. And I do. I have several. Should probably be using that rocket mod. No, that HUD mod, because that was really good. It let you know how much ammo you had. Whereas this HUD, I don't really like it that much. I find it somewhat difficult to determine just at a glance how much ammo I may or may not have. The imps in this game are not as annoying as the ones in Project Brutality because they can't walk on walls. Because at least the Xenos, the Falzinos, did not have the ability to shoot fireballs. Although they did have the ability to shoot acid in AVP3. You know what I think would have made AVP3 better? Honestly, ladies and gentlemen? Is if there was a health system that wasn't regenerative. I think that might have made it a little better. Because AVP3, you know, since it wasn't as good narratively as, say, AVP2, I definitely came down hard on it. But I'm wondering if it was as bad as I thought it was. I don't know. The thing, that's a problem. Like, I've changed my mind on so many games in recent years. I'm wondering if I could get more mileage out of reviews that I actually want to do by literally, you know, re-reviewing games. That'd be kind of cheap, so I probably won't do that. But I would like to potentially do that. Talk about some games I've already done. He's gonna get in the way of my rocket, isn't he? And I'm gonna end up blowing myself up because he's an idiot. Okay, there we go. Shit. Fucking imps. Look at that. Look how much damage they do. Grenade? Yes, thank you. Great Yzmir. I does like them granadas. I don't even know what I even said there, but I think that was actually something that people said a lot when COD was popular. Granado. That was a thing that the Russians would say. I don't think that's proper. I bet they... That fucking idiot stuff! Don't look at me! You fucking... We can see he probably didn't graduate high school. Although I do believe most people in the military aren't as stupid as people would say they are. Remember, there was one really infamous clip of somebody saying, well, you don't have to be a rocket scientist, and literally somebody said, well, I'm a scientist who works on rockets. I think it was probably somebody who worked on one of those multiple launch rocket systems, which, by its very definition, is a rocket, and if you were a scientist who worked on it, you would indeed be a rocket scientist. Ah, I thought you'd get me with that. I bet that's an insta-kill. I can almost guarantee you that is. Oh, the graphics look so cool. There's another WOD that I You cunt! Another WOD that I downloaded recently. Fucking pinkies. I hate them so much. Another WOD I downloaded recently that serves as an epilogue to Need Even the Dead. Have not finished it yet, but it is actually a pretty good amount of fun. Takes place immediately after you teleport. And what's really cool, this might get you guys to download it. I downloaded that off of the EveDOOM forums, actually. It's where, immediately after you teleport, time slows down, and you shoot all the enemies that show up immediately, and then you get teleported to hell. And it's really cool. I found that to be a very awesome mod. Fucking imps. Really hate it when they do that. Like, okay, that's where it was. I bet there's a pinky behind me. No, I don't know what that was. Ooh, that's really awesome. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, God. They put a lot of effort into this particular WOD here. There's a lot of little things like that. Little touches. Little nice touches. Really do impress me quite a bit. But yeah, that mod looks like it's going to be pretty good. It has a massive open area when you first get into the level, and it looks really cool, and it completely lags the engine, but it's still worth it. Okay, come on, over here, and get shot. Okay, you know what we'll do? We'll use something approaching tactics, actually aim and shoot at these guys. Think that's a good idea? I think it's a good idea. Instead of using a rocket, we will actually just use the machine gun. Fucking pinky. Hello, imps. Go fuck yourselves. So, yeah. Now you'll finally be able to experience what happened immediately after. How did you get to the Demonos level? Okay, let's save again. And jump! That killed me so many times back in the day, it's not even fucking funny. Yeah, I know I suck at games. What of it? You got a problem with that? My eyes have to adjust from that blast of red. Just imagine what it'd be like playing that in the dark. Okay, let's switch back to the shotgun. Honestly, I don't think I could ever go back to Vanilla Doom. It's actually an interesting WOD on the EveDOOM wiki of what would Brutal Doom have been like back in 1993. It's an interesting little thing. There's barely any changes to it. Of course, the person who created it said they didn't like Brutal Doom. Honestly, I don't know why you wouldn't like Brutal Doom. Look at it. The gameplay is just so much more faster and fluid. I think that's the one. Honestly, you know, I don't really care about gore or anything like that. It's not that big a deal to me, but just how much more fast and fluid it is. I love it. Because Doom just seems so... Vanilla Doom just seems so slow in comparison. I don't know if it's just my imagination or otherwise. I remember somebody mentioning to me that's because it made the guns more accurate. Could that be it? I couldn't say one way or the other. All I know is that it's that much more fun. Okay. They should not be able to do that much damage to it. That's just... It's aggravating. It's less fun and more aggravating. The fact they move so fast also is a little annoying as well. Yeah, but the game's so hard, don't play it. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Really, you know, I'm not even that big fan of gore and all that. Because it's like, yeah, it looks cool, but at the same time, it's just, It looks cool, but at the same time, it doesn't really do all that much for me. Just grab all that shit. Oh, of course there's gonna be something in here. No, just fucking lost souls. I always hated those guys back in the day as well. Actually, was that moving? No. I literally must have been imagining that. For some reason, I remember this level being somewhat difficult to finish. I do not know why, but... Okay, we got all the health we could ever want. Although a few soul spheres would be nice. Just a few of them. But seriously, why would anyone not like Brutal Doom? It just makes the game that much more fun. And also this particular HD WAD I'm using also gives you a crosshair, which is actually in the base, at least it was in base Z-Doom. Although in recent years I haven't been able to figure out how to bring it up. Mainly because I just have been too lazy to do so. But it's nothing new, but I like it being back. Although I like the original one that you could get with Z-Doom, where it was literally just sort of a green blotch. It's kind of like that because original Vanilla Doom, you couldn't look up and down. Because it wasn't designed for you to do that. So it's not like you really needed it, I just like the idea of having it. It's like, you could play Brutal Doom here just classic style if you wanted, but I don't want to do that. If I want to do that, I wouldn't mod it at all. In fact, for the longest time, I didn't even know of any of Z-Doom or anything like that when I finally got into real PC gaming with modding and things of that nature. I mainly had just played Doom with DOSBox and was plenty happy with that. That's literally how I played it for many months. Not many months, but many years even. And then once I heard of Z-Doom, I was like, what is this? Same way with emulation. I didn't even think that such a thing was possible. I mean, that was something completely new. The more you know. Is that fucking idiot dead? He is now. And Brutal Doom, that was also something. Although what's funny is I think a lot of fans were telling me about it, I just never got around to looking at it. And then once it did, it's like, oh god, Brutal Doom's the greatest thing ever! I'm slow on the uptake, it seems. So one of these days I'll get one of those cellular telegraphs I've heard so much about lately. Heard so much about lately? And so yes, moving on to another topic. MST3K is back! So it would seem, thanks to Kickstarter. Or is it? I'm dubious about that. I've been dubious about a lot of things recently. You know, like, I thought Fallout 4 was gonna suck, it didn't. I thought, you know, a lot Star Wars was gonna suck, it didn't. Still haven't seen it, though. So maybe the new MST3K will be good, I don't know. My problem is, the original people aren't gonna be in it. God. Yeah, I could just walk over there, but I'm not. Maybe it will be, but I'm dubious. They didn't bring back the original people. So, who's to say if it's going to be good or not? I think we're almost done with the whole game. I've been enjoying yet another playthrough. You guys definitely going to make it not a common thing, but this is the holidays, is it not? Have to do things a little differently than normal. But I'll get back to working primarily on reviews. Need to get out there. And did. Oh, that's kind of cool. Did I start out here? No, I couldn't have. Well, there's no way to get him to come down from out of here, at least. God damn it. So, yes. I'm thinking about potentially making my own Let's Play channel. I think I've mentioned this in the past. I just don't know if I want to or not. The big problem is it's taking me so long to get as many subscribers as I do now. How long would it take for a Let's Play channel to do that? I've had some ideas for doing Let's Plays. Resident Evil 1 is the one I want to do, mainly just because I like Resident Evil now more than I did in the past. Also Donkey Kong Country. It's kind of a massive shift from Resident Evil, survival horror game, to Donkey Kong Country, a classic platformer. Donkey Kong Country, you know, it's interesting. What's really interesting about games? We complain about today's game prices, but as someone will have said, game prices used to be a lot higher than they are today. You know, Donkey Kong was $80 in '94. You know, a lot of these games were very expensive back then. I mean, now, of course, they're $60. But back then, you know, you would be paying a whole lot more. for a lot of these games. Although it could be said that at least when you bought Donkey Kong Country, you didn't need to buy, you know, a shitload of DLC to fully enjoy it. Yeah, DLC. You know, I did not buy that Day 1 DLC for Mass Effect. I didn't care if Javik was in it or not. I may have already mentioned this in the Let's Play, I don't know. Because I didn't care about Javik. Because, like, if it's not the base game, clearly it's not important enough for me to play. At least they made that extended cut DLC, by which I mean we fucked up big time DLC. At least they made that free. I find it funny. I really do find it funny how bad they fucked that ending up. After all that time, all that money that people sunk into that series, that they could fuck up the ending that bad. I know this is from like 2011, but still, Mass Effect was an amazing series, and they fucked it up at the last minute. How do you do this? Why would you do such a thing? I mean, it's like, it's not even like, say, you know, Ultima 9, you know, it's not even that bad. Literally, Mass Effect 3 could have gone down as the best in the franchise, with its characterization and all of that. And yet, they fucked it up at the very last minute. I don't get why they couldn't have just had you kill Harbinger, and that shuts off the Reapers. How hard was that? Nobody would have complained about that. Nobody would have. And you know what? You could have made it exactly like Mass Effect 2. If your military rating is high, more people survive. If it's low, more people die. That's literally... They fucked it up. They really did. They I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know. They either did too many drugs or not enough to think that that multicolored ending was somehow supposed to be satisfying. And, you know, it just was sad. Really, really sad that such a thing could happen. And so, who knows if Mass Effect Andromeda's going to be any better? It could be. It might be. I don't know. Yeah, Mass Effect Andromeda 1 will be good. Mass Effect Andromeda 2 will be great. Mass Effect Andromeda 3. Sorry, we dropped the ball again on the ending. So sad. So sad. I don't know. I guess that is to be expected these days, because they want all that money. I mean, really, and the Crucible was not something that was super amazing. You know, it really wasn't. The Crucible was kind of lame. I mean, that is, by its very definition, a MacGuffin. You know, an Irish tiger, as I can't remember his name now. The guy who made the birds in Psycho. Alfred Hitchcock was called him. It's like, it just came out of nowhere. It just, to say this in a humorous way, it just stank of last minute writing. Like, okay, how do we defeat the Reapers? They kill, you know, Harbinger and it shuts them all down. No, that's too unoriginal. How about they find this thing that was never mentioned in any other games and it doesn't do anything? Brilliant! Print it! That's effectively what happened. And then the Star Child, and then the whole post-credit sequence. We want to see something awesome, and instead we see what is one of the most awkward things of all time. Yeah, I know who voiced him. I can't remember his name now, but he was a famous astronaut. Yeah, he voiced the old man at the ending, but still, he was an astronaut, not an actor. And for those who want to say that they never landed on the moon and Elvis is dead, not going crazy, it's all in your head, fuck you, for one. We did land on the god. Holy shit! How'd that entire army get behind me? Throw a grenade. Save. I don't care if I only got 15 health. Surprised I survived all that. But yes, that cunt. But yeah, I mean, that was very cringeworthy, and honestly, why couldn't we have seen Shepard? Why would they call him the Shepard? Okay, come on! The Shepard? Are you joking? People wouldn't talk like that in the far future. Are you telling me they lost all those records of who Shepard was and not think it as a name, you know? The Shepard. Like I say, I can fanboy out if I want. I fucking love Mass Effect. They fucking ruined the ending. It's pretty disappointing. Although, you know what's funny? Like, you get built up to that ending, though, and it's like, oh, it's over, it's the greatest thing ever, and then then it sets in. It's like, oh, God, no! What did they do? What did they do to my game? But oh well. There's a mod for the PC version. Halls of the Damned. Halls of the Darned. There's a grenade. Oh, that's so satisfying. But yeah, there's a mod that changes the ending to where it's just the destroy ending, and where I think Shepard survives. Yeah, he does survive. I remember I actually did try to play the PC version. I got it cheap on, what's it? That, EA thing. What the hell is that called now? Origin, that's what it is. Got it cheap on Origin. And I did not play it hardly at all because since I didn't have my earlier saves were on a 360, right? So I tried to play it, and here's the problem. Here's the big problem. Everything's a bad ending. Like literally, if you play it Mass Effect 3 first, or if like me, you don't have the other saves, don't feel like playing the other games at the moment. Literally everybody dies. Rex is dead. Thane is dead. Everybody's dead. It's like, okay, imagine if you picked all the worst choices in the first two games. That's what it gives you. It's like a big fuck you from BioWare to people who haven't played the other games. It's like, oh, you didn't play them? Oh, fuck you, man. Should have played them. Man, this is, well, it's chaos. It's a madhouse. It's a madhouse. A madhouse. Planet of the Apes, Doom Edition. I'm surprised there isn't a mod for that. There's literally a mod for just about anything imaginable when it comes to Doom. Simpsons Doom. Why would you make such a thing? And it's about as good as you'd expect. Although what's interesting is Batman Doom is pretty good. They're supposed to be one of the earlier mods, actually. Although I have not played it myself. But I am aware of it, and I have seen some playthroughs of it. It looks interesting enough, but it definitely looks like a very, very early mod, though. It looks like it is. It definitely has some, well, not minor issues, but just some things that I would find somewhat annoying to play. Back up. Alright, there we go. Now we got the key. Chainsaw, the Great Communicator. I think that's actually from the Doom comic. God, I hate the Doom comic, though. I know it's supposed to be all a bunch of comedy, but God, do I not like the Doom comic. You know, the Doom novels were pretty good. I mean, it's basic military SF, but I mean, it's more than you think from Doom, and then the Doom comic Doom comic gives anything Doom literature related a bad name. Remember when I did the Doom novel review? Go watch it now if you haven't. Whenever I did that, you know, I was like, oh, the Doom comic was terrible. I can only imagine the novel's even worse. No, it's a damn good novel. It's exactly what you would want from basic military SF. I've read worse military SF, much less something based on Doom. Because I actually hired decent writers. Still though, Daffy Dab Hugh. What kind of name is that? Who named that poor kid? You got like Daffy Dab Hugh and then Brad Lineweaver. It's like, wait, what? You got weird name, McWeird name, and then Brad Lineweaver or Lineweaver, I forget. But they wrote a good book. They actually made Doom make sense. Surprising enough. Why does it always go to the plasma? I definitely think Shores of Hell's a little bit longer. We run out of steam here. We put more money in my steam block. Why can he do that much damage to you? What's the point of the kick? What's the point of the kick? Tell me the point of the kick. So I never use it. Stop getting my way. Lucky I saved you. Very lucky. Well, brilliant. Still took a shitload of damage from that. Okay. Really? Fucking... I don't think I can hurt him, though. Maybe by explosions I can, but I don't think I can actually hurt that guy. so maybe that will be good. Oh yeah, I'll just pick up the fucking night vision goggles even though I don't want them. It's not like it, god damn, it's like, there's always so many enemies! And now I'm dead. When did I save last? Not too far back. There's always just so many of these guys. You definitely need that, you need the chain gun. This is the best gun in the game by far. That chain gun, because the shotgun is just too, you have too little you can only shoot so much. They don't give enough ammo for it. Oh, he's dead. Or did he get out? No, I don't think he did. I did use a different, because when you download this particular WAD, Maps of Chaos, you actually have 3 different WAD files you can use. And I used the second one, the HC one. I didn't know what that was, so I thought like the maps would be a little different. I bet it increases difficulty. So here I am, shouting about the game's difficulty, and it's probably something I did self-inflicted. And yeah, I'm playing on ultra-violence, because fuck you. Why not? Don't judge me. Okay, where's that door? There it is. Holy crap, there they all are. Looks like he was shooting me, because he didn't like me complaining about him the whole time. I think we still have at least a few rounds left with the chain gun. So yes, next year also, I'm going to look at trying to finish my game, or actually get started on it again, because for those that remember, I wanted to work on a game, basically another RPG Maker game, although one that was a bit more complex than the one I already did make. Mainly because, well, I do like the game making process, as it is a great deal of fun. Okay, that wasn't the exit? Oh, it wasn't the exit! Okay, well, I'm an idiot. Like, that's not the exit? Oh, wait, yeah, now I remember. You'd think for as much as I've played Doom, I would remember these things. Although, maybe it's for the best that I don't. That way I haven't played Doom that much, I literally know it better than I do my own house. Well, that is complete hyperbole. Aw, oh, damn it. Fucking... They are really big fans of this particular enemy, it seems, Maps of Chaos. That's a lot of them. Toss a grenade. Please tell me I have one. Well, other Doom guy died. Sorry, other Doom guy. You died so that I may live. He died doing what he believed in. Shooting Xenos in the face. Talk about Xenos. There's a good book you guys might want to check out. It's called Invasion, but by a guy whose name I don't remember. Shit. Well, I don't feel like looking it up. This is definitely one of the times where I miss having a partner. Like, say, Mizio. Could you look it up, please? And invariably, she would. And then you guys would know who wrote Invasion. Ultimately, just Invasion sci-fi novel. Just Google it. Just Google that, and you'll find it. Even though it's a generic title, that's how I found it. Literally because I was looking for a sci-fi novel. It's pretty good. I was able to read it in about 3 days, despite it being 600 pages. It's one of those books that couldn't put it down. It was very, very entertaining. It was written by a Denzian of the internet. And you can always tell if it's a Denzian of the internet who's writing these books. Because they'll talk like, well, us. So I'm going to assume you were all Denzians of the internet because you were watching a video on the internet. Or maybe you had it recorded and put on a VHS tape. It would be a lot of work for a very little game, but I wouldn't put it past some of you guys. And some of you guys will buy reproduction cards when an emulator will do just as well. But anyway, where was I? Yes, it was definitely a Denzian of the internet. You could tell by how he talked, how he wrote, and what he would reference. His references were very good. They were tip-top shape. Definitely sounded like what one of us would talk about. And they actually had the characters make pop culture references. And I know that some of you guys probably are sick of pop culture references from like stuff like Family Guy and shit, but no, this was done in a tasteful way. This was done in a way that I really do like. It's where these people are human beings. Like, if there's an alien invasion, what's the first thing that's going to come to mind other than H.G. Wells' World War? Probably Independence Day. And they reference Independence Day a couple times, and even quote a line from the movie. And I like that, because, like, you would say that. You would say that. Okay, I know Neil Armstrong said one small step for a man, one giant leap and all that. He said that. That was a fucking script he read off of. They weren't leaving anything to chance, and I'm not going to use that tired old joke that... God damn it, why can't I remember names today? Can never remember names anymore. What was that guy's name? Oh, I used to know who it was. There's a red key I picked up. Well, okay, it was a guy. It was a guy, and he was pretty unfucking believable. You know, the comedian, the British comedian. He wanted to say Adam Ant, but that's a singer. Oh, what is his name? Well, anyway, it was a guy who did a moon landing joke. One giant leaping. Oh, shit. Anyway. But yes, likely in a major event, regular people such as you or I would likely just probably quote something pop culture related. And I like that. And also, each chapter was prefaced by a quote. And the quotes were not some fancy things from major political figures. Rather, it was like from fellow sci-fi writers like Travis S. Taylor, who writes science fiction. Yeah, or like John Ringo, yet another science fiction writer that many people like these days. His stuff's okay, and I'm actually reading a book from him after a long time. But he definitely... he can be a little annoying at times to me. Because, like, okay... I mentioned in that follow-up vlog for the individual thing that I'm not like Mr. Super Republican. Well, I'm not. And sometimes when I read stuff that really is, it's just like, God, that just sounded stupid. You fucking asshole! Whoever made this wad, you have my undying anger. But you know what? That anger comes only from love. But yeah, it's like, oh God, it's like... I hate it when writers like to have an author track. Oh, that is just sick. Stuck him up at the ceiling. But anyway, have author tracks, and he does that sometimes. He really does. And he also wrote that Kildar book. Oh, John Ringo, no. And some of his characters are kind of flat. Some of them are kind of annoying, and some of them I think are author inserts, which I don't have a problem with. I like author inserts, but when you have generic McCool guy a couple of million times, it does get a little silly. And that's how this book is starting off. This book, it's, I can't remember the title. I can't remember the title. Oh, my brain has left the building. Well, it's a book about a zombie apocalypse. As if I haven't read enough of those. Even though really I haven't. Because the thing about zombie apocalypse novels, I don't really like them all that much, simply because... Well, it's like, why bother? World War Z is the definitive zombie apocalypse novel. It's hard to really top that. And I haven't read one yet that really tops it. So, you know, I don't really read that much about zombies. I tried to read that News Flesh book series that Mizio liked so much. I never could really get into it. Although she wasn't surprised that I couldn't, because, well, it's just never been a thing. It's the News Flesh series is about a bunch of bloggers who save the day, which I guess is cool, I guess. This John Ringo zombie apocalypse thing is about Awesome McCool Guy and his family being fully prepared for the zombie apocalypse and saving the day. Which, you know, I mean, I guess the one way to survive a zombie apocalypse is to actually have a brain. But it's still just awesome. Okay. Goddamn monitors. Really? Really? Are you gonna... You... See, I don't know whether to be angered by that or to be like, you motherfucker. You know, where it's like, you're annoyed, but you're happy to be annoyed. Yes, I'm quite mad, you know. Okay, how much plasma do we have? Okay, so clearly we have enough to fill up both rifles. Alright. Where's that? Holy shit, that's a lot of them. Well, let's take them out. And that way they don't bum rush us. Well, they did anyway. Shows how good that turned out. So yeah, we'll see if Awesome McCool Guy and family can make it, can be in a decent book. There's 3 in the fucking series. I hate it when writers don't do standalones. Both the M-Man and I can agree on that. Back in the day, you know, you wrote a book. And maybe a few years later you might have wrote a sequel. But not everything needs a fucking massively long series. Unless, of course, it's something good, like Go Trek and Felix. But I don't know, because, like, I just don't know if McCool Guy and Family can really last 3 books. And these aren't short books either. It's about 400 pages. Like 100 pages over norm. So, but then again, you know, it's George R. R. Martin and his Game of Thrones trilogy. Everything has to have... Game of Thrones trilogy. What universe am I from? The universe of sensibility? Yeah, I bet in that universe we use fucking hydrogen-powered cars, too. The Game of Thrones massive series of insanity. The Game of Thrones series, my god. No, trilogy. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I would like to read the Game of Thrones trilogy instead of the Game of Thrones. And you know, I bet the Wheel of Time was literally just 4 books. Holy shit! Why the fuck would you teleport us all the way in there? What are you doing, modders? Why are you tormenting me so with difficulty? Okay, let's save. Game of Thrones trilogy. I just find that funny. But like what? Yeah, like what are the rings? What are the rings? How many more levels do we have to go? Damn. This, of course, is I think in Doom 1 as well. I've seen this. Maybe it's not in Doom 1. I remember seeing this from something. I ain't going out there until I grab that. You know, it's not as hard to see, but it's still pretty hard to see with that thing. I don't know why they make it the invulnerability so make it difficult to actually see anything. There we go. I got him down. Alright, well, let's go out here and let's see if there's any ammo for us to utilize. It's dark for me too, so I can't see anything either. I really can't see anything. Like, I can see nothing, and I don't feel like messing with the gamma. Okay, that did something. I can see a little bit now, except it's red tinged. Definitely need a flashlight or something to actually see what's going on. Alright, well, this is not nearly enough ammo. Let's just keep using the shotty. Save, of course. Hey, this Doom does hold up. Doom does hold up. Because I am not... This is the kind of Let's Play that I enjoy. Where I'm actually having fun with the game. I really do miss playing AVP. Those are some fun Let's Plays. They really were. Ah, those were the days. Well, you know what, guys? See you on the other side. Well, that was easy. Tower of Babel. I thought that said Tower of the Babes for a second. I mean, definitely had a Duke Nukem moment there. Alright, so we're almost done. That is cool. That is really cool. Let's open up all the doors. That's neat. Neat. Oh, wow. This is not going to take no 2 seconds. Yeah, one of the things about MacGuffins, there was a book recently that called Ancient Shores. Literally just put that in Google because I can't remember the writer. Tried to read that, picked that up for cheap. And it wasn't that bad at first. It had an interesting concept of farmer finds an ancient boat that could be potentially from an ancient human civilization. So, okay, I can kind of get into that, but it was written so dryly. Like, so dryly that I couldn't stand it. Like, literally the title character was boring as hell. Okay, this looks like this is going to be a little tough. And then we gotta fight the cyber demons. Oh god, look at all that. That's kind of cool though, to think that they made it all the way over there. Alright, so how do we start this? Let's start killing these guys. I'm going to enter my combat phase now. I'm going to fire the Rockets of Oblivion. And they're going to do 5 points of damage apiece. You know, I've never actually heard anybody talk like that in a Magic Gathering game, but apparently they do. Oh wait, yeah, I have! No, I remember at that game store. That one game store. When I was inhabiting Utah, they talked like that, but I found it more amusing than anything else. They were so serious about it, too. That's the thing, you shouldn't take it that seriously. Because it is just a game. It's not just a game! It is Magic the Gathering! Magic the Gathering is life. God damn, this is a really cool end game, though. I think the modders did a good job on this. It's fighting just a couple... There's the Cyber Demon! There's the old Cyber Demonio. Okay, this is gonna be, A lot of fun. But it ultimately comes down to circle strafing. That's what you got to do. Because if that's the one way to defeat any enemy, that's the one way to defeat just about any enemy, unless you're in Demon Souls, and then, well, circle strafing can help. Not Demon Souls, Dark Souls. Now we're not going to use, we haven't found the BFG. I have not found it yet. Now I guess it matters. The BFG's good, but it just shoots you down way too fast. And we are out of rockets. We're out of rockets, sir. Then why don't you use those two laser cannons that are at the front of your spaceship? It's not a spaceship, but front of the gunship. Sir, it's called Plot, and George Lucas can't write it very well. Just be glad we're not throwing Jar Jars at him. Wait, be glad of that? GeneralLotz has completely lost it. It is now quoting Attack of the Clones. Would you believe that I find Attack of the Clones to be literally one of the better prequels? Yeah, because like everyone says that Attack of the Clones is the worst. Yes, it is. But, and this is the big one. A massive one. The major reason why Attack of the Clones is not that bad is in the last, like, 5 minutes when the clones actually attack. That was awesome! When they fly down with those fucking Republic gunships, holy shit, I love that craft. I have multiple Republic gunships in my personal collection of models. I love it, I love it, I love it. It's such a good design. And when those things started flying down, I was like, this is Star Wars. It's like, what, did somebody just club Lucas over the head and write something after, and write something while I was unconscious? That would be the most hilarious thing ever. I'd love to see that, actually. Okay, Lucas, you kind of are fucking up Star Wars, so we're just going to introduce you to Mr. Bashy Bashy. And they just smack him over the head. Now, any of you denizens of AlternateHistory.com, now that Star Wars is back into the popular consciousness, even though for some of us it never left the popular consciousness, maybe he'll talk like, well, what if Lucas had made the sequel trilogy and someone saying like, oh, it'd probably be bad, there might be a Jar Jar. I don't think Jar Jar was inevitable. It always seems like there's two types of alternate history people. There'll be people who are like, oh, this was inevitable, that was inevitable, but I don't think it was. I don't think Jar Jar was inevitable. I think what Jar Jar was supposed to be for, and I may have mentioned this in other Let's Plays, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure you guys don't have an encyclopedic memory of of the shit that I've said. I think Jar Jar was supposed to be the modern-day Chewbacca. That's what I believe. That's what I want to believe, anyway. Is he's supposed to be the modern-day Chewie, and it was just done through bad writing that it was literally the most annoying thing of all time. Now, whether or not that's the case, I don't know. But I think with a sequel trilogy done in the 90s, I doubt highly we would have got, say, a Thrawn trilogy. I don't think we would have had that. But I think it might have been a little bit better than the sequel trilogy might have been. It's the same case of, like, what if we'd actually had that series, that TV series that Lucas said was going to come out in a few years, and after episode 3 that never happened. You know, would that have turned out good? Honestly, I'm of two minds that it might have. If it came out, like, say, on HBO or something, that might have usurped George R. R. Martin's Game of Thrones, maybe. It's hard to say. There's no way to really know. It's like the old Duke Nukem argument. Would Duke Nukem have revolutionized gaming? That's also on AlternateHistory.com. It's a very interesting place. Very, very interesting. This is that's a special type of nerdiness. You know? A very, very special type of nerdiness on there. It doesn't make me feel that bad, because at least I'm not on, like, any of the various chans. But still, I do like to read about people saying, what if this, what if that? And the mods there are very, very peculiar. If you ask too many stupid questions, they don't like that. And then invariably they will... There's one mod in particular who doesn't like the stupid people on there. Like, what if a Space Marine showed up at Normandy? What would have happened then? Wow, look at the game. It's lagging so badly. Because there's just so many dead bodies everywhere. It's brilliant. Like, what if a Space Marine showed up at Normandy? And people will debate this. This is serious business to people. They will debate whether or not a Space Marine could have taken out the entire invasion force on its own. And then, of course, one of the mods is like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. What are you people talking about? And then he proceeds to say, well, if there was a Space Marine, he probably would be defeated by a 16-inch shell. And went on to explain why that would be the case. Well, if it's stupid, why are you talking about it, man? Well, we just jumped back up to 60 frames for a second. Oh, it's like we're just barely lagging at like 30, and then it's boom. It sounds exactly like that too. Okay, let's just keep mowing these guys down. Thankfully that Cyber Demon is content to stand out for what. Maybe he's dead. Maybe the Cyber Demon's not even alive. Might have been killed by monster infighting. I'm not really sure. Let's save while we're still alive. But it is definitely something to look at. AlternatHistory.com. They got some good stories. And he's still alive. Yep, he's still alive. Still alive and kicking, it seems. Can't get a good Cyber Demon down. But it's definitely, they got some good stories. There's one, I do remember the name, Event Horizon something. God, I'm bad with names today. Event Horizon. It's not about Event Horizon the movie, it's literally just the name. And it basically asks the question of what if Middle Earth, the Warhammer world, and Game of Thrones all got teleported into a near-future sci-fi universe with an alien-esque company. And what if said company discovers them? It is surprisingly well written, but it definitely is a lot more snarky than I'm used to reading from various stories. Still good though. I would recommend taking a look at that. I would love to remember the name of that. I discovered that through TV tropes, actually. Event Horizon something or other. What was it? I'd honestly just suggest typing in Event Horizon AlternatHistory.com. I'll probably get you what you want. That one is pretty good. That's a pretty good story. Once again, very snarky. Very, very snarky. To the point where it's more of a comedy story than it is, well, I wouldn't say it's not a real story, but it definitely is more about joking around. So there'll be some stuff that doesn't make a ton of sense. And then there's some really cool, some really, really funny internet in-jokes. Once again, it's written by nerds for nerds, or by internet dindians for internet dindians. For example, the guy included a character known as Boreal, Commander Boreal. And it has the same lines from Soulstorm. It was brilliant. If you weren't a fan of any of that, you wouldn't know it, but since only fans would really give a shit about that, they will get it, and it is quite enjoyable indeed. We've almost finished. Yay, we won. G1, G1, G1. Unless there's like an imp that isn't dead somewhere. I'm not seeing anybody. We're getting a grand total of 20 frames. Now 22. Oh, God, now 50. No, I'm not seeing anybody. It's not like the ending is all that important anyway. Is there somebody live in here? Picking up all the rockets because I want them all. They are mine. No one else can have them but me. I think they're all dead. It says the 340 left, but I don't know where the 340 would be. Hello? Hello? Anybody want to get shot today? I guess not. Alright, well, that was the Shores of Hell. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope 2016 is as good for you as I hope it is for me. And so, this is GeneralLotz, wishing you good, the ultimate Doom, and good Doom 3, or Doom 4, or 5, or 6, or 7, or 48, or whatever may make you happy.